go ahead and do this stiffener here on this door. It only takes a couple of minutes. It's just that at the end of the day, fiddling with something like this and getting it wrong and ruining everything that you just did, not my favorite. So get it out of the package. We've got a couple grommets. They send a couple, and we got a couple screws. Send a couple screws. So I don't do this exactly the way that Andersen wants you to do it, and that's fine with me. I don't need to do it exactly the way they want me to do it. They say to put this pin 1/8 of an inch off of the sill. If you can see the silver pin here, to raise that up 1/8 of an inch. I like to go a little bit closer to 1/4 of an inch. The reason is this panel is adjusted up some, and if I need to bring the panel down at all and I've put it right at 1/8 of an inch, I might not get over this grommet when the door is being opened and closed. So tools I have is a 1/2 inch drill bit. I've got my step bit here. I've got a 9/64 bit just because it's an aircraft grade bit and it works very, very well, lasts a long time. So I really like these bits. And now I go ahead and they say to use a little metal awl to get your screw location set. But I don't see a reason why you can't just go ahead and use a drill. So I go ahead and I get that one. Come up and do the other one. I've got my holes here now. I'm gonna drill them a little bit deeper. Got a sweeper. Sweep it up. And I've got my Phillips. Go ahead and put these screws in here. Line it up. I put the front edge of the footbolt just in front of the panel because there's actually a little metal rail that's in the sill that makes it really hard to drill into if you're too far towards the exterior. Go ahead and tap that a couple times. That puts a little divot in the sill. Then go to my step bit. I don't like to just use the 1/2 inch bit because it'll kind of grab the aluminum, and some of these sills are fiberglass, they're Fibrex composite material, and when this grabs the material, it absolutely destroys it. The step bit won't do that. It's made for cutting through thin metal, or drilling through thin metal, I should say. But I can use my 1/2 inch bit as a gauge, and I need to go one more step. Okay, that's where I want to be. But like I said, there's a little metal rail in there, so I do take the 1/2 inch bit in there, and you can see it kind of grabbed the bit when I first started. That's just a little tiny bit of material left in there that I needed to clean up. I don't want to have that bit grab a big chunk of material. So, and then up here, that can be wiped off, and also the painters are gonna have to come back. They've got some touch-ups. That door had some tape that they left on it, so sadly, a little bit of touch-ups. But oh, I forgot to put the grommet in. One thing with these doors is the trim around the top of the door was actually placed too low. They didn't listen to the stickers that are on the door. trim's placed too low. So for me to get these panels back out of this door, which I'm supposed to, take these panels out before drilling these holes so that I don't nick this up over here. To be able to do that, I'd have to rip all their trim off. I think having a little bit of touch up here is better than having to replace all their trim. And so that's why these panels aren't coming out here. And I'm doing everything with them in place. And that's it. There you go. That's how you install the footlock on these Andersen doors. I don't follow the instructions to the T, and sometimes it's actually not really feasible to follow the instructions to the T, for example, with the trim up at the top. But pretty simple process, something I just do logistically when I have a bunch of these doors to do, all in the same day, drive around, just focus on one thing. I have a bag with everything that I need in it. I carry that from job to job, and it's much faster. And since I'm in a rhythm, it seems a little bit harder for me to mess up by trying to remember what I did 2 weeks ago on another door. I'm just doing them all at once. So that's how I like to do this.